Good morning, everyone. This is Chiranjeevi, Chemistry Faculty in TGWRDC Nagar Karnool. Today, I am going to explain hydroxy compounds. Here, what are the hydroxy compounds? The compounds which contain hydroxy functional group are called as hydroxy compounds. Hydroxy compounds are alcohols and phenols. Now we see that how the hydroxy compounds are formed. The carbon atom which is present in saturated, unsaturated and aromatic compounds bonded with hydroxy group to form hydroxy compounds. Now here we observe the reaction. In hydrocarbons, one or more hydrogen atoms are replaced by hydroxy group to form hydroxy compounds. Here R, it may be alkyl, it may be aromatic. It means aliphatic or aromatic. Now see the classification of hydroxy compounds. Depending upon the nature of carbon which is attached to the hydroxy group, these are classified into two types. They are alcohols and phenols. Now we see what are the alcohols. Alcohols means aliphatic carbon atom bonded with hydroxy group is called as alcohols. Now see, some examples are given here. Methyl alcohol, ethyl alcohol, propyl alcohol, tertiary butyl alcohol, isopropyl alcohol, vinyl alcohol, allyl alcohol, and cyclohexane alcohol. It is called as alicyclic alcohols and benzyl alcohols. Here we observe that in all these compounds, the aliphatic carbon atom is attached to the hydroxy group. So that's why we calling as these compounds are alcohols. Next, based on the position of hydroxy group in the molecule, alcohols are classified as primary alcohols, secondary alcohols, and tertiary alcohols. Now we see what are the primary alcohols, what are the secondary alcohols, and what are the tertiary alcohols. Here, primary alcohols. In primary alcohols, the hydroxy attached carbon is directly bonded to the one alkyl group is called as primary alcohols. Here what I am saying, the hydroxy attached carbon atom is directly attached to the one alkyl group is called as primary alcohols. We observed in these examples, in all example, the hydroxy attached carbon atom is bonded with only one alkyl groups. These are called as primary alcohols. Next we coming to the secondary alcohols. In secondary alcohols means the hydroxy attached carbon atom is directly bonded to the two alkyl group. The hydroxy attached carbon atom is directly bonded to the two alkyl group are called as secondary alcohols. Here some examples are given. You see the examples. The hydroxy attached to carbon atom is directly bonded to the two alkyl group. So these are called as secondary alcohols. Next we coming to the tertiary alcohols. In tertiary alcohols, what we observe that the hydroxy attached carbon atom is directly attached to the 3 alkyl group. You see the example also. This hydroxy attached carbon atom is directly bonded to the 3 alkyl groups. Directly bonded to the 3 alkyl groups. These are called as tertiary alcohols. Now see the another classification of the alcohols. This classification depending upon the hydroxy groups, depending upon the number of hydroxy groups, the alcohols are classified into 4 types. Those are monohydric alcohols, dihydric alcohols, trihydric alcohols, and polyhydric alcohols. Now we see what are the monohydric alcohols. So the name clearly indicating that mono means the alcohols which containing only one hydroxy group. The alcohols which containing only one hydroxy group are called as monohydric alcohols. Examples here: methyl alcohol, ethyl alcohol, vinyl alcohol, and allyl alcohol. All these compounds having only one hydroxy group. Only one hydroxy group. These are the monohydric alcohols. Next, we coming to the dihydric alcohols. These alcohols containing 2 hydroxy function group. These alcohols containing 2 hydroxy function group are called as dihydric alcohols. Generally, these are called as glycols. Generally, these are called as glycols. Now, the examples are observed here. This is generally called as ethylene glycol, propylene 1,3 glycol, propylene 1,2 glycols. Here, these are the common names. Now we observe the IUPAC names. 1,2-ethane diol, 1,2-ethane diol. Here is 1,3-propane diol. This is the IUPAC nomenclature. Next, we coming to the trihydric alcohols. Next, we coming to the trihydric alcohols. Alcohols containing 3 hydroxy function group are called as trihydric alcohols. Generally, these are called as glycerols. Generally, these are called as glycerol. Now, see the example. In this example, these molecules having the trihydroxy function group. Example is propane 1,2,3 triol. Propane 1,2,3 triol. This numbering 1, 2, 3 indicating that the position of the hydroxy group in the molecule. This is the IUPAC name. The common name is glycerol. The another example 1, 2, 3, 4 butane triol. Butane triol. Okay, ma. This is the trihydric alcohols. Next, we coming to the polyhydric alcohols. Next, we coming to the polyhydric alcohols. Alcohols which containing the more than 3 hydroxy group. Alcohols which containing more than 3 hydroxy group are called as polyhydric alcohols. The examples are given. The example is glucose and ribose. This glucose molecule having the 5 hydroxy function group. Ribose molecule having the more than 3 hydroxy function, that is the 4 hydroxy groups are containing. These are called as polyhydric alcohols. This is, so we are discussed the classification of the alcohols based on the position of the hydroxy group in the molecule and based on the number of hydroxy group in the molecule. We are finished the classification of the alcohols. Next, we see that the nomenclature of the alcohols. how the alcohols are giving nomenclature. So according to this system, generally alcohols are named as alkanols. Generally, alcohols called as alkanols. The names of the various alcohols are obtained by replacing the suffix "e" of the corresponding alkane by "ol." Here we observe that in the alkane, the suffix is "e." The suffix is "e." In place of "e," your "ol." In place of "e," we are getting the "ol." That is called as alkanol. That is called as alkanol. Okay. Here the table is given. Here that the table is given. Here is alcohol structure, the common name and IUPAC name. The alcohol, the general formula of alcohol is ROH. The general structure of alcohol is, or formula is ROH. The common name is alkyl alcohol. The common name is alkyl alcohol. The IUPAC name is alkanol. The IUPAC name is alkanol. Now see the example. This is the structure. This is the structure CH3OH. CH3OH. The common name is methyl alcohol. Methyl means we have here is only one carbon atom. So methyl alcohol. Methyl alcohol. The IUPAC name is methanol. The IUPAC name is methanol. Generally, this is called as carbinol. It is also called as carbinol. Next, another structure is, this is structure CH3CH2OH. CH3CH2OH. This the common name is ethyl alcohol. Why we call ethyl? Here is the two carbons. Here is the two carbons. It means the ethyl. Ethyl alcohol. The IUPAC name is ethanol. The IUPAC name is ethanol. So this is the generally called as methyl carbinol. Methyl carbinol. Next, the third example is CH3CH2CH2OH. This is the three carbon atoms are here. We are calling as N-propyl alcohols. Common name is N-propyl alcohol. The IUPAC name is propane 1-ol. Propane 1-ol. Here the hydroxy group attached to the first carbon. That's why we are calling as propane 1-ol. Next example is the structure. This is a structure. The common name is isopropyl alcohol. This is the isopropyl alcohol. This group is isopropyl group. It's called as isopropyl alcohol. The IUPAC name is propane 2-ol. Propane 2-ol. Here 2 what indicate the position of the hydroxy. The position of the hydroxy. Here hydroxy attached to the second carbon atom. That's why we calling as propane 2-ol. Next one, this is the structure. The common name is N-butyl alcohol. In this structure, 4 carbon atoms are present. That's we calling as N-butyl alcohol or butane 1-ol. IUPAC name is butane 1-ol. Next structure is this is the isobutyl group. This is the isobutyl group. The common name is isobutyl alcohol. The common name is isobutyl alcohol. The IUPAC name is 2-methyl propane 1-ol. 2-methyl propane 1-ol. Here is methyl group is attached to the second carbon. The hydroxy group is attached to one carbon atom. So we calling as 2-methyl propane 1-ol. Another example is this structure. This is the compound is called as secondary butyl. This is called as secondary butyl. This is secondary butyl. So we calling as secondary butyl alcohol. Common name is secondary butyl alcohol. The IUPAC name is butane 2-ol. Butane 2-ol. Now the another structure is this group is called as tertiary butyl. This group is called as tertiary butyl. The common name is tertiary butyl alcohol. Tertiary butyl alcohol. The IUPAC name is 2-methyl propane 2-ol. The last structure is this totally group is called as neopentyl. This is called as neopentyl group. The common name is neopentyl alcohol. Neopentyl alcohol. The IUPAC name is 2,2-dimethyl propane 1-ol. This is the nomenclature of monohydroxy alcohols. Next, we see that the nomenclature of diols and triols. Here the molecule is given. Here is the three carbon atoms are there. 1, 2, 3. Three carbon atoms are there. We calling as propane. We calling as propane. Here is di indicating that. Here is the di indicating that two hydroxy groups are there. Two hydroxy groups. Ol. Here is the alcohol is there. We calling as ol. The compound name is propane diol. The compound name is propane diol. Propane means indicates the number of carbons. Di means the number of hydroxy group. That is the ol means hydroxy functional group. It's a propane diol. So exactly we say that. So we mention the hydroxy functional group. We calling as 1,2 propane diol. 1,2 propane diol. Here 1,2 indicating that the position of the hydroxy group in the molecule. This is the diol. Next we coming to the triol. We coming to the triol. So here is 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 carbon atoms are there. We calling as butane. Here is the 3 hydroxy groups are present. We calling as tri. Ol means hydroxy functional group is called as ol. The name is called as butane triol. The name is called as butane triol. Here we mention the number of the position of the hydroxy group in the molecule. That is, the hydroxy groups are present at one carbon, 2 carbon, and 3rd carbon. So we calling as 1, 2, 3 butane triol. 1, 2, 3 butane triol. This is the nomenclature of monohydroxy compounds and diols and triols. Okay. Next we coming to the preparation of the alcohols. Next we coming to the preparation of the alcohols. How the alcohols are prepared, right? Here the first one is reduction of the carbonyl compounds. Carbonyl compounds means it is the aldehydes and ketones. Okay, the reduction of the carbonyl compounds by using the reducing agents such as lithium aluminum hydride and sodium borohydrates. Here aldehydes always form the primary alcohols while the ketones form and secondary alcohols. This is the structures of sodium borohydrates and lithium aluminum hydrates. These are producing the hydride nucleophile. These two reagents producing the hydride nucleophile. It's the hydride nucleophile, amma. So now see the reaction. Aldehydes undergoing the reduction with reducing agent to producing the alcohols, and ketones undergoing the reduction with reducing agent to produce the reducing means here is the addition of the hydrogens. Here addition of the hydrogens, amma, to produce the alcohols. So now see the mechanism, how the reaction is formed, how the alcohols are formed. Here is the mechanism involves 2 steps. Here is the nucleophilic attack by the hydride ion onto the carbonyl carbon, onto the carbonyl compound, carbonyl carbon to produce alkoxide ion, to produce the alkoxide ion. Next, the second step is the alkoxide ion is protonated by the proton source. It may be acidic medium, or protonation means hydrolysis. We have to followed by the hydrolysis to produce the alcohols. To produce the alcohols. This is the preparation methods of alcohols from the carbonyl compounds. Next to the second one is from Grignard reagent. It's a very important, from the Grignard reagent. First we see that what is the Grignard reagent. Alkyl magnesium halides are called as Grignard reagent, RMGX. Here R alkyl and aryl. Okay, alkyl or and aliphatic and aromatic magnesium halides. Halides are generally chlorine, bromine, and iodine we are using, right? So from the Grignard reagent, we are preparing the primary alcohols and secondary alcohols and tertiary alcohols. Now see how the reagent attack on the carbonyl compounds. Okay, so Grignard reagent on reaction with carbonyl compounds to form the various alcohols, that is the primary alcohols and secondary alcohols and tertiary alcohols. This is a general reaction. So we observe that this is a carbonyl function group. In carbonyl function group, the carbon is partially positive, the oxygen is a partially negative, because this bond is a polar bond. Here is carbon having the less electronegative than the oxygen. Here is in Grignard reagent, R group is a nucleophile. It is undergoing the addition on the carbonyl carbon to form the intermediate that adduct. That is adduct is called as alkoxy magnesium halides. Alkoxy magnesium halide adduct. This adduct undergoing the hydrolysis. This adduct undergoing the hydrolysis to produce the alcohols. To produce the alcohol. This is the common mechanism of Grignard reagent on reaction with carbonyl compounds. So now here we see, okay, Grignard reagent on reaction with formaldehyde to produce the primary alcohol. Grignard reagent on reaction with aldehydes to form the secondary alcohols. Grignard reagent on reaction with ketones to form the tertiary alcohols. Here we observe that how to produce the primary alcohols. This is the formaldehyde. It's called as methanol. Formaldehyde. It is the react with Grignard reagent to form the intermediate, that is adduct. It is hydrolysis. It is hydrolysis to produce the primary alcohols. Now see the secondary alcohols preparation. Is any aldehydes. It's the aldehyde, general aldehyde formula. It is reactive with Grignard reagent to produce the adduct. It undergoing the hydrolysis with water to produce the secondary alcohols. Now see the ketones. Here is the ketones. Ketones react with the Grignard reagent to produce the intermediate. This intermediate undergoing the hydrolysis to produce the tertiary alcohols. So like this, we are preparing the various alcohols from Grignard reagent. Next one is ester hydrolysis. Next one is ester hydrolysis. Generally, ester hydrolysis are two types: acidic hydrolysis and basic hydrolysis. Acidic hydrolysis and basic hydrolysis. Acidic hydrolysis of ester to give the carboxylic acids and an alcohol. Basic hydrolysis of an ester gives the carboxylic acid salts and alcohols. Now we see the ester hydrolysis with in the presence of the acidic medium. Here the given one example. This is the ethyl ethanoate. Ethyl ethanoate. It undergoing the hydrolysis and to give the reflux to produce the ethanoic acid and ethanol. The another example is methyl propanoate. Methyl propanoate is undergoing the acidic hydrolysis under the reflex to produce the propanoic acid and methanol. This is the acid hydrolysis of the esters. Next we see that base hydrolysis. Base hydrolysis. And esters undergoing the base hydrolysis. Generally, we are using the sodium hydroxide or potassium hydroxide to produce the carboxylic salts and alcohols. Okay, this base hydrolysis is called as saponification reaction. This reaction is called as saponification reaction. Now see the mechanism of base hydrolysis of the ester. In this base hydrolysis, what we observe that acyl oxygen cleavage takes place. Acyl oxygen bond cleavage takes place. Here is base hydroxy attack on the ester carbonyl carbon. Okay, ester carbonyl carbon. Okay, to form the intermediate. Here is acyl oxygen bond is cleavage takes place to form the carboxylic acid. From this methoxide anion, it pick up the proton from the carboxylic acids to form the carboxylate ion and alcohols. This is a mechanism of base hydrolysis of the esters. Okay. Next preparation of alcohol. Next preparation of alcohols is hydrolysis of alkyl halides. Hydrolysis of alkyl halides. Here, alkyl halides are react with sodium halides. React with strong bases. React with the strong bases sodium hydroxide to produce the alcohols. And sodium halides. Here is general alkyl halides react with the base. That is the strong bases to produce the alcohols and halides. Generally, methyl bromide react with sodium hydroxide in the presence of water and reflex to produce the methanol and sodium bromide. Okay, next one is reduction of esters. Here is reduction of esters. Esters undergoing the reduction with reducing agent like lithium aluminum hydrates followed by the hydrolysis to produce the primary alcohols. To produce to produce the primary alcohols. Okay, this is the preparation methods of alcohols. These are the preparation methods of the alcohols. Now we see that physical properties of the alcohols. Okay, here most of the common alcohols are colorless liquid at room temperature. Colorless liquids at room temperature. Here methyl alcohol, ethyl alcohol and isopropyl alcohol are free flowing liquids with fruity odors. Here the higher alcohols, it means the alcohols which containing the 4 to 10 carbon atoms, 4 to 10 carbon atoms are somewhat viscous or oily, and they have heavier fruity odors. Next to some of the highly branched alcohols and many alcohols containing more than 12 carbon atoms are solids at room temperature. Next, the last one is the boiling point of alcohols are always higher than corresponding alkanes and ethers. It is due to the presence of hydrogen bonding. So now see the hydrogen bonding, how it is formed in the alcohols. Okay. Next, we see that hydrogen bonding. Now see what is the hydrogen bonding. The weak electrostatic attraction forces in between hydrogen atom and more electronegative elements like fluorine, chlorine and oxygen, nitrogen, sulfur and bromine are called as hydrogen bonding. Here in our topic, in alcohols containing hydroxy is a more electronegative atom. It is containing the hydrogen atoms. So in alcohols, we see that hydrogen bonding. Okay. So these are two types. They are intermolecular hydrogen bonding and intramolecular hydrogen bonding. Now see what is the intermolecular hydrogen bonding. The hydrogen bonding formed between two or more molecules. The hydrogen bonding takes place between two or more molecule is called as intermolecular hydrogen bonding. So here what we said that, here what we are saying, so in between two or more alcohols we seeing the hydrogen bonding. The figure is observed. So here is between two alcohols we see the hydrogen bonding between the hydrogen atom and oxygen atom. Now another figure is, here is the intermolecular hydrogen bonding. We observe that between the alcohols and water molecule. Okay, the hydrogen bonding takes place between the alcohols and hydrogen atom and hydrogen atom of the alcohol and oxygen atom of the water molecule. So generally alcohols are soluble in water because the hydrogen bonding takes place between alcohols and water molecule. This is the intermolecular. Next we see that intramolecular hydrogen bonding. The hydrogen bonding takes place within the molecule. It means the molecule which containing the more electronegative atom and hydrogen atom. Here the two examples are given. This example we are observing. Okay, intermolecular hydrogen bonding is observed in orthohydroxybenzaldehyde, generally called as salicylaldehyde. Here is carbonyl oxygen, it is an oxygen and alcohol hydrogen. Between these two we observe that hydrogen bonding. The another example is orthonitrophenol. This oxygen atom and phenyl hydrogen atom, between these two we are seeing that hydrogen bonding. These two are example of intramolecular hydrogen bonding. These are the physical properties of alcohols. Next we coming to the chemical properties. So generally chemical properties are studied in the two types. That is, first one is reactions involving in cleavage of oxygen hydrogen bond, and second one is reactions involving cleavage of carbon oxygen bond. Okay, now we discuss the first one. reactions involving cleavage of oxygen hydrogen bond. Oxygen and hydrogen bond. Here first one is salt formation reaction. Salt formation reaction. The alcohols, the general formula alcohol is ROH. Generally alcohols are the weak acidic, right? The alcohols are react with strong bases like sodium metal, sodium hydroxide and sodium amides to produce the alkoxide salts, to produce the alkoxide salts and to liberate the hydrogenally here in these two cases to build the hydrogen gas. Here is the ammonia. So in these reactions, what happened in these reactions, the oxygen hydrogen bond is cleavage takes place. The oxygen hydrogen bond cleavage takes place. So here some of the alcohols does not react with sodium amide, sodium hydroxide, sodium carbonate. Okay, I'm sorry. Alcohols, this alcohols does not react with sodium hydroxide, sodium carbonate. No reaction because the alcohols does not have enough acidity to participate in the reaction. Hence, they cannot react with bases like sodium hydroxide and sodium carbonate. This is the salt formation reaction. Next, the second one is oxidation with pyridinium chlorochromate. Pyridinium chlorochromate. Okay, this pyridinium chlorochromate oxidizes primary alcohols to aldehyde, secondary alcohols to ketones. Right now, we see that how the reagent is prepared. Here is we taking the pyridine, chromium trioxide, and HCl in the DCM dichloromethane medium to produce the pyridinium chromochromate salt. Okay, this is filtered and used. Now see the reactions. Primary alcohols react with this reagent, PCC reagent, to produce the aldehydes. Secondary alcohols react with this reagent to produce the ketones. Right. Next one is oxidation with concentration nitric acid. Oxidation with concentration nitric acid. Here, oxidation of primary and secondary alcohols with concentration nitric acid to give the carboxylic acid. Here you observe that it's a primary alcohols and secondary alcohols. These are reacting with concentration of nitric acid to producing the carboxylic acids. This is preparation of the chemical properties of the alcohols. Next one is opener oxidation. Next one is opener oxidation. So in this reaction, secondary alcohols react with aluminum triisopropoxide in the presence of acetone to give the ketones. In this reaction, we prepare only ketones. Only secondary alcohols are involved. Now see the reaction and mechanism. This is the secondary alcohols. This is the aluminum triisopropoxide and in the presence of acetone to produce the ketones and isopropyl as a byproduct. Now see the mechanism. Here is what happened. So here is what happened in place of aluminum isopropoxide. This is the alcohols is this alcohol is a reactant. It's a nucleophilic substitution. This is the nucleophilic substitutions to form the intermediate. Okay. So here is what happened. The ketone is coordination takes place with aluminum. The ketone is coordination takes place with the aluminum to form the cyclic transition state. In this cyclic transition state, what happened? The hydride transfer takes place from alcohols to ketone. The hydride transfer takes place from alcohols to ketones to form the ketone and isopropyl alcohol. This is the reaction and mechanism, right? Next property is oxidation with potassium permanganate and dichromate. Oxidation of primary, secondary and tertiary alcohols react with basic potassium permanganate and acidic potassium dichromate to give the aldehydes and ketones and alkenes respectively. Now see the reaction. These primary alcohols react with acidic potassium dichromate and alkalic potassium permanganate to produce the aldehydes, that is the acetaldehyde. The secondary alcohols react with this reagent to produce the ketone, that is the 2-propanone. The tertiary alcohols react with this reagent to produce the isobutane, that is the alkenes. Here is what happened in this reaction. dehydration of alcohols takes place. Here is what we observe, that dehydration of alcohols takes place. The next reaction is esterification reaction. The next reaction is esterification reaction. Generally, alcohols are react with carboxylic acid in the presence of concentration H2SO4 to form the ester. This process is called as esterification. This is called as Fischer esterification. Now observe the reaction. The carboxylic acid, this is the formula of carboxylic acid. It reacts with the alcohols in the presence of acid catalyzed to produce the ester. So here what we observe, that here COR bond is formed. Ester bond is COR bond is formed. Here the COH bond is broken. This COH bond is broken and COR bond is formed. This is the key words. Now we see that the mechanism of ester, how the esters are formed. How the esters are formed. So here is the esterification involved in the 5 steps. Here is esterification involved in the 5 step. In the presence of acidic medium, what happened? The alcohols are first protonated. This is the protonated alcohols. Okay. From this, what happened? First step is the protonated. First step is the protonation from the protonated alcohols. Here is proton pickup. The carboxylic carbonyl oxygen pick up the protons to form the intermediate. Here what happened? The another mole of alcohols undergoing the nucleophilic addition on carboxylic carbon to form the intermediate. Here what happened? Proton transfer takes place from this intermediate to alcohols. Next, here is what happened. Here is to form the intermediate. Here the proton transfer takes place from protonated alcohols to this intermediate. The final step is elimination of the water molecule. Here from this intermediate, elimination of the water molecule takes place to form this electron deficiency oxygen. Here is what happened. Here is the proton, elimination of the proton takes place. This proton pick up from the alcohols to form the ester. These reactions are reactions involved in cleavage of oxygen and hydrogen bond. These are studied in the cleavage of oxygen and hydrogen bond. Next, the second category is reactions involving cleavage of carbon and oxygen bond. Okay. Under this, we studied the first one is dehydration reaction. Here the one example is given. The ethyl alcohol react with the concentration H2SO4 at 180 degrees centigrade to produce the ethylene and water molecule. In this reaction, what happened? The bondage. Here is what happened. Here carbon oxygen bond is cleavage takes place. In this reaction, what we observe, that carbon oxygen bond is cleavage takes place. Now see the mechanism, how the olefins are formed. The first step is protonation takes place. This alcohol, in the alcohol, oxygen atom pick up the proton to form the protonated alcohol. From this protonated alcohol, the second step is elimination of the water molecule takes place to form the carbocation. This is a slow step reaction. From ethyl carbocation, the third step is elimination of the proton takes place to form the olefin. This step is the first step. This is the dehydration of the alcohol. The next reaction is formation of alkyl halides. Here alcohols react with Lucas reagent, that is zinc concentration HCl and zinc chloride is called as Lucas reagent to produce the alkyl halides. Next, the alcohols react with sodium bromide and H2SO4 to produce the alkyl halides. And alcohols react with phosphorus trihalides and pentahalides to produce the alkyl halides. And alcohols react with red phosphorus and halogen, that is a bromine and iodine, to produce the alkyl halides. Alcohols react with the thionyl chloride to produce the alkyl halides. In all these reactions, what happened? The carbon oxygen bond is takes the cleavage of carbon oxygen bond is takes place. We observe that. Okay, these are two examples are studied under the cleavage of carbon oxygen bond. Okay, this is the monohydroxy alcohol preparation and chemical properties and physical properties are studied. Okay, next we see that diols. Next we see that diols. Already the introduction part I explained. So the compounds which containing the two hydroxy compounds are called as dihydric alcohols or diols or glycols. Generally glycols. Okay, the examples are given here: ethylene glycol, propylene 1,3 glycol, and propylene and 1,2 glycol. So regarding, so here one important reaction is there, that is pinacol to pinacalone rearrangement, that is pinacol to pinacalone rearrangement. Here now see the definition of this reaction. The conversion of phenols means 1,2 glycols into ketones. Ketones means pinacalone in the presence of acid is called as pinacol to pinacalone rearrangement. 2,2-dimethyl butane 2,3-diol is called as pinacol. This is in the presence of acidic medium to produce the pinacalone. Okay, now see the mechanism how the pinacalone is formed. Here, this mechanism involved in the four steps. This pinacol, this is the pinacol, and first of all, take the protonation takes place. This oxygen atom and pick up the protons to form the electron deficiency intermediate. From this intermediate, what happened? Elimination of the water molecule takes place. To form the carbocation. Tertiary carbocation. So here is what happened. The third step is 1,2 shift. Migration of a methyl group takes place. That is called as 1,2 shift of alkyl groups from this positions to this carbocation to form the carbocation. This carbocation is fulfilled by the hydroxy on the hydroxy atom lone pair of electrons there. This lone pair of electrons shifted towards this carbon, electron deficiency carbon, to form the double bond between the carbon and oxygen. This finally, from the electron deficiency of oxygen atom, proton takes place. Elimination of the proton takes place to form the pinacalone. Now we see that the application of the pinacalone. Generally, pinacalone is used in the pesticide, fungicides, and herbicides. Pinacalone is used to prepare the cyanoguanidine drug, that is a pinacidil. Okay, the another drug use of pinacalone is it's used in the stiripentol, which is used to treat epilepsy. So these are the preparation of alcohols and chemical properties and physical properties and diols, and one of the important reaction, and there is a pinacalone to pinacalone and the application of the pinacalone. Next one is detection of the alcohols. Next topic is detection of the alcohols. How the alcohols are detected. Which is the primary alcohol, which is the secondary alcohols, and which is the tertiary alcohols. Here is one test is there. The test is called as Lucas test. In this test, mixture of concentration HCl, hydrochloric acid, anhydrous zinc chloride is used. This is called as Lucas reagent. Here is alcohols react with Lucas reagent to give the turbidity of the alkyl halides, alkyl chlorides. Here, depending upon the time taken for the appearance of the turbidity, the primary, secondary, tertiary alcohols are detected. Okay, based on the time taken for the turbidity appearance, these alcohols are detected. First, we take here tertiary alcohol. This tertiary alcohol, to add the Lucas reagent, if immediate appearance of the turbidity takes place, it is confirmed that it is the tertiary alcohol. In case of secondary alcohols, to the secondary alcohols, the Lucas reagent is added. If the turbidity appears, it takes the 5 to 10 minutes. It is confirmed that it is a secondary alcohols. So in case of primary alcohols, these primary alcohols react with the Lucas reagent. No turbidity appears at room temperature. At room temperature, or turbidity appears only on the heating, or turbidity appears only on the room temperature, only appears on the heating. It is confirmed that primary alcohols. So like this, we can detect the primary and secondary and tertiary alcohols. This is the alcohols. In the alcohols, what we studied, first we discussed the definition of the alcohols and classification of the alcohols and preparation of the alcohols and physical properties of the alcohols and chemical properties of the alcohols. In chemical property, reactions involving the cleavage of oxygen and hydrogen bond cleavage and carbon oxygen bond cleavage. Okay, next we discuss the diols and pinacol to pinacol rearrangement and detection of the alcohols. This is the regarding alcohols. Next we coming to the in hydroxy part, that is the second part is phenols. Now we see that what is the phenols or how to define the phenols. Here, aromatic compounds bonded with hydroxy group. Aromatic compounds bonded with hydroxy group are called as phenols. Here some examples are given. This phenol, 1-naphthol, 2-naphthol. These compound having, this is the aromatic skeleton. This aromatic carbons attached to the hydroxy group. Okay, this is called as phenols. Now see the classification of the phenols. Depending upon the number of hydroxy groups attached to the aromatic ring. Depending upon the number of hydroxy group attached to an aromatic ring, phenols are classified into three types. That is monohydric phenols, dihydric phenols, and trihydric phenols. Now see the like alcohols, monohydric phenols, if the phenols which containing only one hydroxy group. If the phenols containing only one hydroxy group is called as phenols. Okay, here the examples are given: phenol, 1-naphthol, 2-naphthol, and cresol, orthocresol, paracresol, and metacresol. All these aromatic compounds containing only one hydroxy group. So these are called as monohydric phenols. Next, dihydric phenols. If this compound containing the two hydroxy groups are attached to the aromatic ring are called as dihydric phenols. The examples are catechol, resorcinol, and phenol. These compounds having the 2-hydroxy group. Next to trihydric phenols. The aromatic compounds which containing the 3-hydroxy group. Is called as trihydric phenols. Here is the example is 1,2,3 benzene triol. The general name is pyrogalol, and 1,3,5 benzene triol. The common name is fluoroglucinol. So these compound having the trihydroxy group. Okay, this is the definition of alcohols and classification of definition of the phenols and classification of the phenols. Okay, next we coming to the preparation methods of phenol. Next we coming to the preparation methods of phenol. So in that, the first one is the alcohols are prepared from the diazonium salts. Prepared from the diazonium salts. So here, when aromatic primary amines treated with the nitrous acid at high temperature to form the diazonium salts, these diazonium salts are highly reactive in nature. So these diazonium salts treated with the warming water, these diazonium salts finally hydrolyzed to produce the phenols. Here the reaction we observed. This is the aniline molecule. This aniline react with the nitrous acid, okay, to form the diazonium chloride. This diazonium chloride undergoing the hydrolysis to produce the phenol, right? To produce the phenol. Next preparation method is in second one is benzene sulfonic acid, right? In this process, benzene sulfonic acid is treated with aqueous sodium hydroxide. The resulting salt is mixed with the solid sodium hydroxide and fused at high temperature. The product of reaction is sodium phenoxide, which is acidified with aqueous acid to yield the phenol. Here we observe that benzene sulfonic acid reacts with the sodium hydroxide to form the sodium benzene sulfonate. This sodium benzene sulfonate to react with the fused sodium hydroxide at high temperature to produce the sodium phenoxide. Okay, this sodium phenoxide is acidified with acid to produce the phenol. The third one is from cumin. Here is cumin is obtained. Cumin is an organic compound obtained by the Friedel-Crafts alkylation of benzene with propylene. How the cumin is obtained? Friedel-Crafts alkylation of benzene with the propylene. Upon the oxidation of propene, cumin means isopropyl benzene. Upon the oxidation of cumin in the presence of air, cumin hydroperoxide is obtained. Upon the further treatment of cumin hydrogen peroxide with dilute acid, phenols are obtained. Here is cumin. How the cumins are obtained? Friedel-Crafts alkylation of with benzene. Okay, from the isopropyl halides, right? This cumin undergoing the oxidation to produce the cumin hydroperoxide. This hydroperoxide undergoing the hydrolysis with H2SO4. Okay, H2SO hydrolyzed to produce a phenol, and acetone. These are the phenol preparation methods. One is the phenols prepared from the benzene diazonium salts and benzene. Second one is sodium benzene sulfonate. The third one is from the cumin. Next we see that physical properties of the phenol. Physical properties of phenols, right? Generally, pure phenols are colorless solids and liquids. The light color usually associated with phenols either due to its oxidation by the air. Generally, phenol is light pink color is there. The pink color is the oxidation of air oxidation or light. Okay. The boiling point of phenols are higher than those corresponding to alcohols. This is due to the relatively strong intermolecular hydrogen bonding in phenols than the alcohols. Here the phenols having high boiling points because strong intermolecular hydrogen bonding in compared to the alcohols. Now see the high intermolecular hydrogen bonding in between the phenols. This is the figure, you observed it. Here, orthonitrophenol has low boiling point than those isomeric paranitrophenol due to the intramolecular hydrogen bonding. In case of orthonitrophenol, it is exhibit the intramolecular hydrogen bonding. In case of paranitrophenol, it is intermolecular hydrogen bonding. Generally, intermolecular hydrogen bonding are strong, so they showing the high binding point than the intramolecular hydrogen bonding. Okay, these are the physical properties. Next, we see that acidic nature of the phenol. Generally, we see, so next we see that acidic nature of the phenol. How the phenols are acid? How the phenols are acid? What is the reason? Okay. So we observe that in phenol, due to the resonance, the oxygen atom of the hydroxy group acquires a positive charge. Due to the resonance in phenol, the hydroxy group getting the positive charge, hence attract the electron pair from this oxygen and hydrogen bond, leading to the releasing of the proton hydrogen atom as the proton and form the phenoxide ion. So in phenol, what happened due to the resonance? What happened? This oxygen atom getting the electron deficiency. This electron deficiency fulfilled by this oxygen hydrogen sigma electrons shifted toward this side. So as to release the proton, it's showing the releasing of the proton. It is the acidic nature. This phenoxide ion is formed. Once the phenoxide is formed, it is stable itself by the resonance. Once the phenoxide is formed, it undergoing the resonance. These are the resonance structures of the phenoxide ion. Okay. Here is the stability of phenoxide ion is greater. Here is the stability of the phenoxide ion is greater than parent phenols. Therefore, phenol easily lose. Proton and acting as a weak acid. So how it is a weak acid? We giving the one evidence. Right? Here is phenol reacting with sodium hydroxide and sodium metal to form the sodium phenoxide. Okay, phenols are reacting with strong bases. Here the sodium hydroxide and sodium metal to give the sodium phenoxide. Okay, in above reactions, phenol react with the strong bases to form the salts. Okay, so phenol is confirmed that it is a weak acid. Okay, generally weak acids are react with the strong bases. It is confirmed that phenol is a weak acid. Okay, this is the physical properties of the phenols. Next, we coming to the chemical properties. So generally chemical properties. Okay, first one is alkylation. But the first one is alkylation. Phenols react with alkyl halides to form the aromatic ether. Okay, ma. Phenol react with alkyl halides to form the aromatic ether. Here in the phenols, the hydroxy group is a ring activating group. It means electrophile enter into the ortho and para position. Generally, phenols react with alkyl halides to form aromatic ethers. Here is what happened. Oxygen and hydrogen bond cleavage takes place. Here oxygen and hydrogen bond takes place. So when the phenol react with the strong bases to form the sodium phenoxide, that is the sodium phenoxide react with the alkyl halides, nucleophilic substitution takes place to form the ethers. Right? Here phenol react with the methyl chloride in the presence of sodium hydroxide to produce the methyl ether. So to produce the anisole, this is called as anisole or methoxybenzene. This is the chemical property. First one is alkylation. Alkylation takes place on oxygen atom, not ring. Alkylation takes place on the oxygen atom, not on the benzene ring. Right? Next, we see that here is Riemann-Tiemann reaction. Next one is Riemann-Tiemann reaction. It is a very, very important reaction. So phenol react with chloroform in the presence of sodium hydroxide to form orthohydroxybenzaldehyde is called as Riemann-Tiemann reaction. Okay, it's a phenol. It reacts with the chloroform and sodium hydroxide and heating. Okay, and followed by the hydrolysis to produce the orthohydroxy phenol is called as benzaldehyde, and para-hydroxybenzyl is a majorly formed, it is minorly formed. Now see the mechanism of Riemann-Tiemann reaction. Here is chloroform. Where is the chloroform having the hydrogen atom? This hydrogen atom pick up by the base to form the carbon ion. To form the carbon ion. This carbon ion undergoing the alpha elimination. To produce the carbene, dichlorocarbene. To produce the dichlorocarbene. This is the electron deficiency species. It is the electrophile. Here is what happened. Electrophilic substitution. Here is another mole of sodium hydroxide. It pick up the ortho hydrogen. To form the carbon ion here. Here what happened next what happened? Electrophilic substitution takes place at ortho position. Electrophilic substitution takes place majorly at ortho position. Right? Here is what happened. Another mole of base. It pick up the protons from this carbon atom. To getting the aromaticity. Next what happened? We are doing the hydrolysis. So next what happened? Here is base pick up the protons from the this carbon atom to form the hydroxy group. Next we are doing the elimination of the water molecule. Elimination of the chlorine from this carbon to form the benzaldehyde. To form here is the benzaldehyde. Elimination of the chlorine takes place. Here is the shifting of electrons takes place to form the benzaldehyde here. To form the formaldehyde at ortho position. Next reaction is Scharton-Bowman reaction. Okay. In this reaction, what happened? Phenols react with benzyl chloride in the presence of sodium hydroxide to form the phenyl benzoate. It is called as Scharton-Bowman reaction. Here is what happened. Phenol react with the strong base to form the sodium phenoxide. This sodium phenoxide undergoing the nucleophilic addition at carbonyl. This is the carbonyl carbon to form the intermediate. From this intermediate, elimination of this Cl takes place to form the phenyl benzoate. This is called as Scharton-Bowman reaction. Next, the fourth one is Gutterman reaction. The fourth one is the Gutterman reaction. Here, what happened? Phenol react with hydrogen cyanide HCl mixture in the presence of Lewis acid, aluminum trichloride to give the N-para-hydroxy benzaldehyde. Here is now see this is hydrogen chloride, hydrogen cyanide to form the imine salts. To form the imine salt, it is acting as the electrophile. Here is the hydroxy group is there. It is the orthopara rating group. Here is what happened majorly is electrophile attack at para position majorly. Right? Here is the imine form and followed by the imines undergoing the hydrolysis to form the para-hydroxy benzaldehyde. Next, the fifth reaction is reaction with the ferric chloride. Phenol react with the neutral ferric chloride to give the violet color of the complex solution, whereas alcohols does not react with it. Okay, here we discriminate. So if the given alcohols or phenols from this reaction, we simply discriminate anamata. Alcohols does not react with neutral FeCl3. Here is the phenols are react with neutral FeCl3 to form the violet color solution. Okay, this is the ferric chloride. This is the phenols to form the violet color complex. This is the iron complex. Okay. Next, the important reactions of phenols are electrophilic substitution reactions. Electrophilic substitution reactions in phenols. Right. Here we discussed that. Here is the first one is nitration. First of all, in phenols, the hydroxy group acting as a ring activating group. That means it is electron density at ortho and para position. It is the ortho para directing group. It acting as a ortho para directing group. If entering electrophile, attack it ortho or para position, right? Ortho position and para position. First one under this, the first reaction is nitration. Phenol reacts with dilute HN nitric acid and H2SO4 to give ortho and para nitro phenols. Is the phenol dilute to HNO3 or H2SO4 to give the ortho nitro phenol and para nitro phenol. Next, phenol react with the concentration of nitric acid H2SO4 to give 2,4,6 trinitrophenol. It's called as picric acid. This is called as the picric acid. This is called as picric acid. Okay, ma. Next reaction is halogenation. Phenols react with bromine under the carbon disulfide to give the orthopara bromo phenols. Here is the bromine is the electrophile, bromonium ion. In this case, nitronium ion is the electrophile, right? Phenol react with bromine in carbon disulfide at high temperature to produce the orthobromophenol minor product, and parabromophenol is the major product. We see that. Okay. Next to phenol react with the bromine in the presence of the water to give 2,4,6 trinitrophenol. So phenol react with the bromine in the presence of the water as a medium, 2,4,6 trinitrophenol to produce. Next one is sulfonation. Sulfonation. Phenols react with the concentration H2SO4 to give the orthophenol benzene orthophenol sulfonic acid at 20 degrees centigrade. Paraphenol sulfonic acid at 100 degrees centigrade. Phenol react with at 20 degrees. Phenol react with sulfuric acid, concentration sulfuric acid at 20 degrees centigrade to produce the orthophenol sulfonic acid. At 100 degrees centigrade, to produce the paraphenol sulfonic acid. So this is totally, I explain the hydroxy compounds and phenols and alcohols, preparation methods, classifications, preparation methods, and physical properties, chemical properties. Okay, all those things, and detection of the alcohols. Okay, now I explain totally. Okay, now I explain total hydroxy compounds. So thank you for listening patiently.